Hello, everyone. My name is Lawana Ivory, and I am going to talk to you all about the art activity that I chose to do my lesson plan on. The art activity that I did my lesson on was based on music. I did this activity on my 3-year-olds and my 4-year-olds, and it was done in one of my preschool classrooms at the daycare where I recently coach. The name of the activity that I chose to do my lesson plan on, like I stated earlier, was music. The activity provided the children with the knowledge about the role that music plays in our lives, and it also provided students with different ways people create music, whether it's vocally with instruments or and the different types of music that people create and enjoy, as well as how music control of how we control how music sounds. The objectives that I chose, where they did align with the early learning standards. And one of the objectives that I chose was the students will become familiar with printed words as the teacher reads a story about music. The students will recognize syllable words. The students will use vocabulary words related to listening, singing, playing, moving to the music, and names of musical instruments to expand their vocabulary. And these were my objectives, and they did align with the early learning standards. And it was the reading standards for literature, which was IR and 2RF. The other standards that I chose, well, my other objectives that aligned was my writing and math objectives. And one of my objectives was the students will orally count from 1 to 10. The students will follow simple patterns. The students will create and read simple graphs. The students will match different sizes. And the students will draw a picture of their favorite musical instruments and write about the picture that they drew. So the students actually did writing with dictation. The activity that I chose was very interesting. I really enjoyed doing this activity. And I began by introducing music to the students. I showed the students, I had several cards, picture cards of people playing music and musical instruments, the different types of musical instruments, different types of music that we use in different that are used in different cultures. We talked about all of that. So that's how I began my lesson. Um, I also read a story to the students about music, and during that story, I pointed to I did print concepts, and we talked about before I read, I talked about how music affects us, how music is all around us. The students responded back to me by talking about the type of music that they listen to. We talked about jazz music. I let the children hear jazz music, a lot about music, gospel music, um, R&B music, African music. We listen to all the different types of music. We also I also brought in real life props. We had different types of musical instruments that I brought in, and I talked to the children about those. We had a guitar, but these were not real instruments. They were plastic instruments. I had a guitar. I had a set of drums. I had a plastic flute. Um, we had musical instruments that were in our music area. We had cymbals. We had banjos. We had all different types of musical instruments. So the students, they did get a chance to choose their favorite instrument, and we did play. We formed a band, and the students got a chance to walk up and down the hall playing their musical instruments. We also I also integrated art into it. The students got a chance when they went to the art area. They got a chance to paint while listening at the music. If they heard a fast song, and they paint fast. If they heard a slow song, they painted slow. They painted to the tempo. So we talked about that. Then I did do a small group with the students, and with the small group, the students had to match the correct instruments together. Um, And with that, we also played a memory game to where the students had, if they saw one picture of a drum, then they had to find another picture of the drum. We talked about the sound that different instruments made. I brought in phonics as well as phonemic awareness. We talked about the sounds associated with the letters in the word drums. We talked about the sounds that each one of these instruments make. We identified upper and lowercase letters in the words. Um, the students also the students also matched um the rhythm of the music. The students, they sung the word bingo